Hello folks, LA Little here with TA Today, bringing you neoclassical technical analysis on a regular basis, giving you trading ideas, setups, and thoughts about where this market is and where it's going. Let's get into it. Hey folks, just going to give you a couple of trading ideas as well as to look at these markets, right? S&P 500. This thing has been on a mission higher. This was the only thing actually that suggested maybe a turn was coming short term and that we might come back and test some of these swing point highs. But turned out to be the only signal. I mean, NDX was still pointing up. Everything else was pointing up. You had ABCD structures nested, pointing higher, even on this index. Matter of fact, you can see them here. If we look at this, you can see, all of these confirmed higher. There was actually another one that just got hit last night and it's off the boards now. So even though the S&P had said, hey, may come back, you couldn't really count on it because you didn't have anything supporting it. And so this market's just working higher. So, and it's probably going to continue working higher. I mean, that's, momentum's there right now and it's not going to stop. But let's take a look at something else. I want to look at a couple of ideas for you. One is the ARM. Okay, now ARM reported earnings. They were just hitting new highs yesterday across the board. Now, I wouldn't say that this is a sell, that you want to short this, but at the same time, you're not getting a pullback, or you're not getting an advance. You're getting a pullback this morning off of it, which is a tell on the semiconductors in general. We all know that we've had ridiculous runs in these semiconductors where you've had multi-billion dollar, and when I say multi, I mean like $500 billion type companies, Micron, Intel, just go down the list. There's a number of these that have made massive moves in a very short period of time. I mean, I could pull up a couple of these just as an example. I mean, just look at Intel's probably the poster child. If you look at Intel, and this is probably about 110%. I mean, massive move, 6 weeks, straight up. Went from 42 to 112. I mean, that's crazy. That's 120% or so, 130. That's crazy, folks. That's kind of insane moves. And that's what the semiconductors have been doing. Well, what you need something that tells you that it's done. And the way you're going to see that is you're going to see something like ARM tell you that everything's great, things are going to get better, and it actually sells off. As a matter of fact, if we put the SOXX in here, what you're going to want to see, to set up a potential short if you're on that side of the tape or you're interested in that side of the tape, is you're going to want to see something like this. You're going to want to see this thing come up as it has, right, blowing out, putting these gaps in all the way up, turn, come back down, probably test into this gap maybe, and then come back up and fail. This is what you're looking for, is the failure. You need a failure to do something if you're going to try and trade this. I mean, here was a pullback, but there was no failure, right? Just V-shaped back up. What you want is you want a pullback that V-shapes and fails. That tells you the bulk of the run is done, and some of these stocks are going to come back and meet reality. So this morning I'm going to do something I haven't done before, and that is I'm going to share a trade that I've made with members on TA Today. Okay, and what I do there is I don't have a lot of these trades because I'm looking for long-term moves. And if you look at Talen Energy, this is about to get wiped out. This just actualized, right? This one, or it looks like it's going to actualize, assuming it stays over this B point 394. And these are already in place, and if it breaks out 451.28, which is this high, you're going to have two nested ABCD structures on the long term, both pointing to 400 plus points higher. And so what you're looking at is a potential long-term double at least, right, given the structure. And that's the type of trade you should be looking for, right? You got breakouts, just took place. Breakout here, breakout there, right? Your risk is back down into this, this is going to be a retest regen, so the risk is going to be below that regen. And so, maybe your stop is down in here somewhere. Shouldn't get hit. You want stops not to get hit. You want them to only get you out if you're really wrong. You got two swing point highs. If you can break out, it's going to take a little bit of effort, but if you can break out of those, you're going to break out here on a monthly and a weekly. That gives you the potential for a move that just doesn't come back. And so when I look at this chart, this is an absolute pure play, move. These guys do energy creation. They do it in different forms, so they're not like, they've got nuclear, they've got coal, they've got oil, based. So they run the gamut pretty much, and they're supplying what everybody needs, electricity. So looks like a pure shot, something you ought to look at. It's a trade I'll share with you, which I usually, matter of fact, it's the first time I've ever done it. So, here publicly. Usually this is reserved for members. All right, I hope that helps you. If you like what I do, give me a like and a subscribe. And, I appreciate comments. Have a great one. I'll see you next time.